Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be continuing what if Itati took both Naruto and Sasuke. So, let me just jump into it because I already kind of explained everything in my last part. In my what if Zell just was Naruto. So anyway, Naruto basically, not Naruto, like Konohamaru after he walks off and he hears Tsunade say they do grow fast. He kind of like starts hyperventilating a little bit because he didn't expect for stuff like that to go as smoothly. But the entire time he had her underneath a tiny genjutsu, so what she heard wasn't really what she heard. So basically, what Konohamaru said was the truth, but what she heard was I was just I don't know. He got put under a genjutsu. Like when he was following Naruto placed a seal on him and put a genjutsu on him. That's basically what she heard. And then yeah, so she's pretty mad at Naruto, but Naruto doesn't care, and Konohamaru knows Naruto's not gonna care because Naruto gave Konohamaru specific instructions not to get caught. So basically, when he gets home, he has to take off the Akatsuki shit. But Naruto gave him a specific robe that's just all black instead of with the red clouds and stuff. So, yeah. He puts that one on. And, he starts a little bit of reconnaissance. And, Naruto kind of gets, a weird feeling that, someone's watching him. And, the ground and stuff starts shaking. And it's not, just in the Akatsuki hideout. It's, all over the world. And Konohamaru appears, and he's like, yo, what's going on? And every, every shinobi starts heading toward where, it seemed like the shaking was coming from. And, lo and behold, it was the Ghetto statue that Madara and Danzo and Orochimaru was able to pull off because Orochimaru was kind of able to replicate the 9 tails. Basically every tail beast that Naruto had, he was able to kind of replicate their chakra by resurrecting some Uzumakis and forcing them to to go into extensive so, but they don't know that. Naruto and them don't know that. So, when they get there, well, no, never mind. They feel the extensive shaking, but no one necessarily knows where it's coming from or anything like that. So the Hokage just hold a summit, and in the summit, Naruto does make an appearance, but so does Madara. And he basically declares war on the hidden, on every village. And he sees Naruto. And Naruto just staring at him. And Naruto's interesting. Then Madara just kind of bails out. And Naruto's well, I guess I'll help y'all out. And Tsunade looks at Naruto and was after what you did to Konohamaru, I can't trust you. And Naruto's what? Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna help y'all out anyway. Thank me later. So, everybody basically, they start getting their shinobi forces and stuff together. And, as they, start collecting, stronger ninja and stuff, Naruto basically sends out Zabuza and Kisame to go and recruit people that are kind of skilled, close to Rin skill level and shit. So they do get a few extra members, but they're basically just cannon fodder. Some of them do have specific and special techniques, but anything past that, they're basically just cutting cannon fodder. So, then y'all get to the battlefield. Naruto and his little group is standing kind of at like the front, and like everyone sees them, and like everyone like they just whispering because nothing's really started off yet, because like the statue's there, but no one necessarily sees Madara, and the statue looks like it's been there for years, so they didn't necessarily care about it. So when they actually like everybody's whispering and stuff, because they see Naruto and they see like the Jinchuriki that Naruto has, they see Sasuke, Obito, Rin, people like that. And Orochimaru does betray, once he finds out what Madara was planning on doing, he does betray him and does still do what he does in canon, which is resurrect the Hokage. And the minute that Minato is resurrected and he senses Obito and Rin's chakra, he kind of just bails out, like, just dips. And when he gets like the battleground and he sees them, he sees Naruto, he sees Rin and Obito and Kakashi, and he just starts walking up to them. And Rin notices that that's like that's the fourth Hokage, that's my teacher, and Obito sees him too, and like they just like they're in shock, and Kakashi was like, "What's up, man?" And they have like a little sentimental moment. And in the middle of that, like the rest of the Hokage get there and they're like, "Who is this?" And Minato was like, "I'm the fourth Hokage." And hold on, I got a question. Like real quick. In the middle of like their whole like little introduction, why didn't Hiruzen step up to tell, the first two Hokage that Minato was the fourth Hokage? He just kind of stood there and let Minato like just get freaking bashed. Well, the first Hokage was like, "Who are you?" And like he just said fucking nothing, bro. He just stood there and was like, "Yeah, who are you?" Like this nigga has dementia or some shit, man. Like come on, my guy. Stop. Just stop. Like just stop. But anyway, so I just remembered that Kakashi was the sixth Hokage. That's crazy, yo. Oh my god, bro. That's crazy. I just remember that six. Bro, real quick. Rustage, like, he's a YouTuber. Rustage has a cipher that's like, if y'all like watch anime rap ciphers, Rustage has a cipher about Minato. That shit goes hard, bro. Like, I would play it, but I don't want to get like copyrighted strike or get on his bad side or nothing like that. But if y'all haven't seen it, if y'all into shit like that, I recommend y'all go watch it. And even if y'all aren't, bro, he spit fucking facts. So go watch it anyway. But yeah, that's all I have to say. But he has a Madara one. He has some different ones. But yeah, go listen to that if y'all want to. But anyway, so Naruto basically Madara basically starts telling him like this world is filled with nothing, like stuff like that. And Naruto's like, "Yeah, you're right. It's filled with arrogant pricks that want peace but fight for it instead of just not fighting at all." And while they're fighting, they're ruining families' lives, which gives brew to more vengeance for different villages and more vengeance for different people, which just continues this weird circle of hatred. And Madara was like, "Bro, you might as well just come over here with me, because like you know the vibes, bro. Like right now we're vibing. Like, come on, my guy, just come over here with me." But he doesn't say that aloud, obviously. But anyway, so Matter of like exactly. That's my point exactly. Like people get mad and hate each other for different reasons, knowing for a fact that it's their fault. And Naruto basically like, but even if that is the case, you can't just go and take everyone's lives and put them in their dream worlds if they don't want that. Because for all we know, you can die in that thing. And Madara was like, yeah, I'm not gonna listen to a little kid anymore. And he uses the ghetto statue and deploys those things. Deploys of like those things. And like Danzo has his Anbu members and stuff down there. And they also resurrected a whole bunch of like older shinobi. Like they're not the goats. Like they're just cannon fodder shinobi, and that's basically what's going on. And Naruto and his like group, like the Akatsuki, doesn't feel the need to jump in just yet. And like when Tsunade asks him, like telepathically asks him, thanks to that one dude, like why aren't you jumping in? And Naruto like, because it's not, there's no need. Y'all shinobi seem pretty capable. And they do like kind of take offense to that just a little bit. Like the Raikage is like, so what are you talking about? Like our shinobi isn't like worth your time? And Naruto's like, no, you're taking words in my mouth. I said your shinobi are pretty capable of handling some fucking cannon fodder. And Naruto basically was like, Raikage, you seem like you want to catch this fade, bro. Like, you may have the lightning cloak, but last time I checked, my dad out fucking speeded you. You worthless piece of dog shit. The only thing that's going for you is that fucking cloak. I have the 9 tails, the strongest tailed beast out of all of them. After this, you're catching the fade. And he basically, like the Raikage was like, insolence. And Naruto was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. And he basically just ignores him from that point on. And then like when Ghetto Statue starts making those clones after the first Hokage restricted its movements, kinda like in canon, he made those clones, and Naruto knows like finally something interesting. And he basically just like ushers everyone to go down there and start fighting. But it was mainly just like Kisame, Zabuza, Konan. Well, yeah, skip it. All of them went down there. So Naruto, the only people that haven't moved is Naruto, Kakashi, Obito, Pain, Gaara, Temari. No, Tenten's down there. I don't think I made Temari. No, the Temari's not in the Katsuki. The Jinchuriki squad, and Itachi, Sakura, the 2 tails, the 5 tails, and Gaara are still up there. But everyone else in the Akatsuki is down there already fighting. And Itachi was like, so Naruto, when are we gonna go down there? And Naruto was like, it's not necessary for us to go down there right now, because it seems like everyone else has everything under control. So then the second Hokage, he decides, go talk to Naruto. So he goes up there and he talks to Naruto, and he sees a dude. There's like several Uchiha up there with him. And when he gets up there, so he's like, so Naruto, like you're perfectly okay with running around with these 3, like with these guys. And Naruto's like, yeah, like one of them's technically raised me like a father because I didn't have one when I was growing up. And he basically ushers toward Itachi, and Itachi basically just kind of shrugs his shoulders, and he kind of gets pissed. Like, the second Hokage kind of gets pissed. He's like, come on now, like, you can't really like these dudes, right? Like, you're strong shinobi. Why don't you just go back and join the Leaf Village? And Naruto's like, interesting fact, if it wasn't for the fact that you hated them so much, you could have actually, like, none of this would have happened. My dad probably would have still been alive. You left Hiruzen with your mistakes. You fucked with the village. You pushed the Akatsuki to want to start a coup d'etat. If you would have never intervened, like if you would have just kept what the first Hokage wanted to happen, none of this would have happened. Like, well, obviously this part would have still happened eventually, but not in the manner that it did. And Naruto was like, so be a good little shinobi or Hokage and go defend your fucking village. And the second Hokage was like, so these Uchihas have already persuaded you to the side of evil. And Naruto was like, bitch, if I was on the side of evil, I would be over there with Madara destroying y'all bitches. So, fuck out of my face. And Itachi was like, yeah, this isn't a fight that you want to pick. You may be the Hokage, but, you're no Uchiha, and only an Uchiha can stop me. And Sasuke was like, yeah, and I'm an Uchiha. And Obito was like, I'm also an Uchiha, so... And Naruto didn't even say anything. Naruto was like, technically, I can adopt the name Uchiha because, you raised me. Itachi was like, this is not the fucking time, Naruto. He's like, oh, yeah, you're right. Anyway, yeah, go defend your fucking village. Yeah. So, in the middle of the fight, Naruto kind of, like, senses something. And he basically, like, dips. Like, just randomly dips. And no one knows where he went. So, they just, like, everybody that was still up there with him uses his tag to appear next to him. And what he sees is these Zetsu that are specifically designed to drain the chakra from civilians. Like, that's literally their entire goal. So Naruto makes like 12,000 shadow clones, and they disperse and they start taking care of like Zetsu. And like he basically tells them to like go throughout the villages and see if this is happening everywhere else. And it is. I don't know how the fuck I'm tired and I just woke up like 2 fucking hours ago. Anyway, so also real quick, if you're that dude in my Discord asking me to do that one what if about the Deku being that one person, let me finish up some what ifs that I'm already in the work of doing, and it's a possibility that I'm gonna do that one. I'm just putting it out there because I don't want to start that and then have so many other what ifs already started and people want me to do more what ifs and more parts to the other what ifs that I already have, and then I just get overwhelmed. Anyway, so Naruto, what the fuck are they doing out there? Anyway, so Naruto basically tells basically tells Itachi to go and see what's going on out there. Like, just go and see what's going on over there. So he uses one of the seals that Naruto placed on Rin, and like right before Rin was gonna get hit by a resurrected shinobi, Itachi basically blocks the dude's sword and put him under the infinite Tsukuyomi. And dude is basically just constantly reliving the fact that he died by some unknown ass means. And by the time he's done, like, his man's is done for. Like, he's had a whole fucking mental breakdown. Man's can't even follow fucking orders anymore. He's like a broken tool. So um, he basically was like, so what's going on? And he was like, oh, nothing much. And then the ghetto statues start like, making more of those big chungus people, and the white Zetsu that were absorbing like chakra kind of disappeared. So, like Naruto and them like uses the seal to get back to the fight. And now Naruto has to get involved because the ghetto statue keeps like like the chakra that it absorbed from the civilians, it used to evolve. It evolved into its second stage, and like it deployed some more of those things, and it fires a tail beast bomb, but in its tail beast bomb, like while it fires its tail beast bomb, Naruto basically turns it to like his KCM mode, and he starts making a tail beast or a Sengon. Basically, the tail beast bomb that I told y'all about, like it's the basic Rasengan but with a tail beast ball going around it. But since he's in like his final like his KCM mode, there's like 4 miniature tail beast bombs going around it. So it's like that Rasengan has the exact same power as a fully charged tail beast bomb. It's just smaller and more compact. Remember, kids, bigger isn't always better. Anyway. So the tail beast bomb gets shot, and Naruto throws his Rasengan directly through the tail beast bomb, which basically forces it to explode in midair. And Tenten used her metal release to block the explosion from hitting anybody. But as a consequence, most of like the little metal plating that basically made up her Gegenkai kind of got like melted, so she has to set out for a little while to for her chakra to re-manifest into the metal slabs of paper. So shit. A couple of minutes pass, right? Just like 20 minutes pass. And thanks to all the shinobi that died on the battlefield, the Attendant Tails was able to reach his final form, and it was able to get absorbed by Madara. Well, no. At first, it was absorbed by Danzo, and like the Jinchurikis that Naruto had in his possession, they all like kind of like started fighting too, basically fighting Danzo. And since Danzo was getting overwhelmed, Madara basically just said, "Ah, fuck it," and he took the kind of like how he did with Obito. He took the thing that like the shits. He took it from. All right, listen. He took the shits from. That's all I'm gonna say. He took the shits from. Anyway, so yeah, that happened, and everyone is kind of really like shocked because no one really thought that Madara was gonna do that to Danzo. But basically, Naruto and them finds out very quickly that like basically any like the only thing that can hurt him is Sage Mode and shit. And since nobody else really had that, it like yeah. So in the middle of like everybody like Naruto and the Jinchurikis and Sasuke and Itachi and Pain, all of them basically fighting Madara. Madara is able to extract the tail beast from everybody except for Naruto. And Naruto's pretty fucking pissed because he worked so hard to get all of those tail beasts together and get them at the strength level that they were, and for Madara to just come along and take the tail beast right from under his nose kind of pissed him off. So their fight begins. Like just start throwing down. Bam. And Black Zetsu does still betray Madara. And when Kaguya like when Kaguya first like when Kaguya appears, Naruto already knows who this is, and they basically start fighting her, or attempting to. But when Naruto let his guard down, like basically Kaguya basically did something that distracted Naruto, and she shot one of those things at Naruto, and in the middle of like the commotion, Konohamaru jumps up, like basically he pulled the Neji and jumped in front of Naruto and got hit by the thing. And Naruto is like, he looks, and even though like, he only knew Konohamaru for a short period of time, he was like, he basically viewed like Konohamaru was like the only other person that actually didn't hate Naruto. Like, not a lot of people hated Naruto after like a certain point, but he knew, since like he thought his Konohamaru was different, because normally the kids would still be afraid of Naruto no matter what, and Konohamaru was the only one person that wasn't. So it was like, bro, it's fucking dope. But yeah, so Naruto basically fuck. So they have like a whole like little sentimental moment, and Naruto looks at Sasuke, and Sasuke makes the portal to go into the other place, and Pain and them still like go with him. Like basically the Akatsuki. So it's basically the Akatsuki versus Kaguya. And like they're they're fighting. And they get to a certain point where fuck, I can't even explain it. They get to a certain point where Kaguya is starting to like get mad, like, yeah. And Itachi, like, someone obviously is gonna Renee rebirth everybody back, but oh wait, I know who does that. Never mind, shut up. Well, I know who can do it and not die entirely, but yeah. So like halfway through the fight, Itachi, as cold as he is, his chakra stores run out and he does end up dying, which forces Naruto and Sasuke into like a fit of rage, because that was like the only other, like, that was, first off, that was Sasuke's brother and Naruto's only version of a father figure. So yeah. And yeah, and they do end up defeating, like, they defeat Kaguya, and you know, the Sage of Six Paths, Renee rebirths everybody that died. And like when the Akatsuki basically were finna leave, the like all the ninja, like all the like the Hokages and stuff appeared, and Naruto was like, "What the fuck do y'all want?" And they were like, "Due to like some like, y'all are now fugitives." And Naruto was like, "What the fuck? Like, due to what?" And they basically like taking all the tail beasts and using them for your own personal gain. And Naruto looks at him and was like, "Bitch, if y'all had these tail beasts, y'all would be too focused on killing each other than trying to actually make world peace." And they weren't trying to hear it. So Naruto's like, "Okay, I see how it is." So they just like, they bail out anyway. But yeah, this is where I'm be ending this part off. This part was kind of rushed, but it wasn't. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all did, drop a like. If y'all enjoy my content, please subscribe. If y'all made it this far into the video, remember to drop hashtag SL in the comments after you're finished with your comment, and I'll heart it. But until then, peace out.